though I still am in the same exact boat, I look at them and I know where they're coming from, and I look at them and I say, that was me last year.
It has always been a part of our program for the veterans to re-audition. Having to earn your job again and again prevents mediocrity.
Okay, moving on, number 30.
She was heavier than she was last year. Yes. I would rather work with a rookie to someone else that's already been given the chance, and they show up knowing the standards of the organization, and they bring that lame game back.
As of right now, I don't know where I'm going. You know, am I going back to New Jersey? Am I staying here? If I stay here, where do I go? So it's a lot of the, you know, feelings that I had at this time last year.
On that number, how many yeses? Wow.
This has absolutely been the most competitive group of contenders that we can recall. So thank you guys, everyone, for auditioning.
There were some veterans that fell short of the bar because they really got just out-competed this year in the eyes of 11 judges.
Bye, guys.
Next is 26, Corey. She's trying out for her third year.
Corey Robinson doesn't seem to have that standout quality today.
Okay, we are back and we have made our final decisions. We have selected 43 of you to join us in training camp at Valley Ranch for the 2007 Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders Training Camp.
Corey Robinson has been a good cheerleader for us. It's always very difficult for a veteran to not return.
When you cry, be sure to dry your eyes.
Bets have been cut over the years, but we're not thinking about that because that's not going to happen this year.
We had a few veterans that weren't, you know, just the strongest dancers in the group. And if they're a veteran and they want their uniform back, they need to wow the judges, and there needs to be no question as to whether they were a veteran or not.
I was just sitting in my seat going, God, just please get me through this. I looked out in the audience and I was like, wait a second, there's still like 5 veterans out there. You know, what happened?
This was a very competitive year. There were 5 veterans' names that we didn't call.
This is ridiculous.
And that was tough.
I don't get it.
And I'll be on the sidelines. I'm just proud and honored enough to say that I was on the team for 2 years, and that's okay.
The veterans are returning their uniforms today because they are auditioning just like the other candidates, and they may not make the squad again.
It was a very emotional day turning in the uniform. Having to turn it back in is like turning in a part of who you are.
Would you say that you make the uniform or the uniform makes you?
I make the uniform because I am fully prepared to come with everything that I have and be a rock star.
That's great. Okay, ladies, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
When I walked out of the interview, I did think I did a really good job, and I don't have any regrets coming out of it.
I make the uniform. Are you kidding me?
Well, you set out a landmine and she tripped on it.
Bets can get cut today. We just have to step up our game and be on top of it because, you know, there are new girls that want to take our spot. Right now we are waiting on the judges to deliberate and come back and tell us who has made it on to training camp.
Okay, well, our time has come. We're going to go through each contestant one by one. Moving on to Lauren Castillo. How many yeses for Lauren? Wow. How many maybes for Lauren?
As she is right now, she didn't strike me as anything spectacular.
And how many no's? When I walk out and I have the pictures of those selected, it's tough because while I make one girl's dream, I break the heart of another.
With 24 out of 25 returning veterans that made the squad, Lauren didn't wow the judges today. She got out-performed in every category.
I did everything I could possibly do, and it wasn't good enough.
This is week 8 and training camp is over tonight. Really, we've done what we can do in the studio, and tonight we're going to surprise the girls by taking them out on our field here at Valley Ranch. Hopefully it's going to look good and feel good, and they're going to look like a unit. But if we see lost, clumsy technique or, something that we saw 7 weeks ago, we'll have to make another cut. So I'm prepared to make a cut, but I don't want to. Is that LeGrand right there? In the black?
Crying or something.
It's come to my attention that Caitlin LeGrand did not bring her proper rehearsal attire outfit tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
How did y'all know what to wear tonight?
You told us.
I did? When?
Both of y'all. Thursday and Friday.
And it's been a problem through all of training camp. She's had just one miss after another. I don't think you're being a veteran at all.
Yes, ma'am.
With all this, it's like, okay, she's missed her uniform fitting signs up. You're the only one in the room in our history that's ever missed a rehearsal.
Yes, ma'am.
Get it together, or I'm completely prepared to say you're not a veteran anymore.
Hey, y'all, I'm in flip-flops today because we're going outside. We are going out to the grass. Work on kick line and a couple sidelines. So if you'll start the engines and head the turn away, yes, and we'll go out there. Caitlin, I need to see you, please. I have to do something about it. It's so obvious now that if we don't, we're making exceptions, and I don't think that's good for the team's consistency. You're out of excuses.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, we have been cutting girls for the slightest little dance mistakes.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are continually not hearing what we're doing as a team, and it's too risky as a veteran. I think you need some time to focus on your focus. I still don't know what seems to be distracting you, but something is.
No, I'm just disappointed in myself.
I don't think being a veteran is in your cards right now. And Judy and I just talked about this. I think it's best if we stop your season tonight.
Yes, ma'am.
And then hopefully we'll see you
next year. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm gonna go home, take care of myself, work on myself, and just make myself better and being more responsible and coming back next year. And it's fair. I can't be a veteran that's not holding up my responsibilities, and rookies can't look up to me if I don't do things right.
I've told our veterans many times, when they walk into the room for a panel interview, they should be a standout. They should be more confident. They should be more poised. They should be more knowledgeable. Tell this room a Dallas Cowboys running back.
Jamarco Murray.
Felix Jones.
Yeah, I don't think very well right off the top. I mean, I thought of one last night.
My mind is going a million to nothing, and I couldn't even catch a breath.
Listen, I'm a little bit concerned about that comment. What do you mean you don't think very well right off the top?
No, I mean, I do. I just really kind of flustered.
We'll be sending you out to represent our team.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
if you can't handle those questions in the moment, that would cause some alarms for us.
Yes, ma'am. 100%.
Alyssa's interview did not help her chances. She took a dangerous turn.
You know, I'm just completely embarrassed right now. I can't believe that I couldn't answer your question.
You want to be a good veteran, and it's just embarrassing.
Today we have a total of 79 finalists. That includes 54 new rookie candidates, and then we have 25 veterans that are returning to audition for their spot back on the squad. The veterans have to re-audition each year. It's the way this audition has been designed from day one.
I mean, you have to make cuts. Sometimes veterans get cut. I mean, it's part of the system. Well, yesterday I left the stadium feeling a little bit uneasy about my interview. There's no excuse for today. I have to come out and dance and show them that I deserve to be here.
Number 41, Alyssa Torres.
I mean, she is probably one of the most beautiful girls we have, but she actually looked softer this year than last year.
Through the years, she's fluctuated like 8 pounds.
I just think she's such a strong representative of DCC. I've interviewed her a bunch of times, and she's awesome.
Okay, we're through with this part of it.
We'll take probably the top 45 into training camp and we'll announce it.
I think that I went out there and did everything I could, and I think the judges know that. So I feel 100% confident with my performance today.
Welcome to training camp number 62, Carla Ann. Welcome to training camp number 60, Jenna Lene. And our final invitation into our 2012 training camp. Please welcome number 49, Amy Caroline. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you all at training camp. Sick at my stomach today. I mean, I broke down in tears after the judges left because we were looking at the pictures of the veterans that we had decided to cut, and you know, you're taking a risk with some new names and new faces, and you know, it's just a hard part of my job.
At this point, I don't know where I went wrong. Hopefully, you know, the Lord will lead me the right way, and if that's back here, then it'll be back here.
I mean, of course, I'm just kind of overwhelmed with emotions right now, so I uprooted my life to come here, and I was just getting the feel of it, you know, going to school and working, and now I have to start over, so I don't really know what I'm going to go do. I guess go back home and see where my life takes me now.
I don't know what happened. To me, I feel like I had a good year and I may have just gotten overlooked. I don't think I'll come back. Honestly, you know, I have a year under my belt. I just turned 20 years old. There's so many things to move on and do with my life.
Who's the most intriguing person that you have met through your last year?
Most intriguing person I have met. I can't really think right now.
Terry didn't have a good interview. Terry came across whiny.
Blank right now. I mean,
she didn't seem like the confident, charismatic veteran in the room. And this is the year where we have a lot of replacement options.
I was, of course, nervous. There is a good chance that I could get cut, and it's just nerve-wracking. Everyone makes it back, and I don't see why they wouldn't.
There's a lot of beautiful women here. Everyone's talented, and there's 32 of us that have a lot to lose, and then 54 that have everything to gain.
As a veteran, I know what I have to lose if I don't make it, so this is a really, really important audition for me.
Number 51, Colin Julia.
She was my first veteran no.
She has been a bubbly, fun, great girl.
If I don't make it, I would be just devastated.
Thank you to everyone in this room. Because you've raised the bar of our talent level this year, we've had to make some difficult choices. Thank you, everyone, and good night. I'm excited for the new girls, but it's very bittersweet for us that have to say goodbye to veterans. That's definitely the worst part of my job.
I never thought I had it in the bag. I was nervous from the beginning. I never thought I was just going to walk back on. I did everything I could, so I guess it just wasn't enough. I'm confused, shocked. I know I'm not the best looking in the room. I'm not the best cheerleader in the room, but I didn't think I was going to be cut. You know, I don't know. Now I kind of have to decide if I stay in Texas or go back to South Carolina. I can't even talk right now. I'm sorry.
So here we go. Quickly go.
I invite Kitty into rehearsals about midway through training camp because I value her opinion. She gives us a fresh set of eyes and helps us find clarity.
So I'm gonna make some monkeys out of a lot of you, I can already tell. Shot, sit in a potable array and step, touch step. Chelsea, what the heck are you doing?
I got called out, I was expecting it.
Move it!
I just started laughing really when I was doing the across the floors, because what do? You know, you just smile and just go across the floor. That's all you can do.
Okay, after tonight, here's who I need to see in my office. I need to see Chelsea.
It's definitely the worst deja vu that you could ever have in your life, is hearing your name called in to go into the office as a veteran.
Talk to us.
I'm not sure. What about?
About your explosion in the locker room?
I'm sorry. I didn't explode. I saw my friends hurting, and all I wanted to do was to pep them up. And I'm sorry if it came off wrong. I just wanted them to know that we were going to be okay. I mean, not
BS. I'm not buying that. And you're a little out of shape, a little heavier. I think you've been partying.
Oh, no, ma'am.
You're not drinking any when you're out?
Well, I mean, on the weekends, you...
Okay, but there's athletes that need to stay lean that don't.
Yes, ma'am.
That's where you need to be.
Yes, ma'am.
I need you to be real serious about this, Chelsea.
Oh, absolutely.
You barely made this squat. Your dancing is not improved. I don't think you're taking it seriously. You need to tone up.
Tone up.
You need to be responsible about your nutrition.
Yes, ma'am.
And working out. Because the next thing is making the squad photo. You can't get sloppy on your weight. You can't get sloppy on your dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You're sure about Monday? You don't want me to come? You can call me. I'll just be standing by my phone.
Good night. Wow, that was uncomfortable. This should have been an easy night. Okay, we have now finished 6 weeks of training camp, right? Yes. Okay, here's who I need to see in my office. Vivian and Chelsea. Okay, and everybody else is dismissed if I didn't call your name.
It's a completely different feeling whenever you've been through a year and then you're getting brought down to a very low level. It's terrible. My mind is definitely going a million miles a minute. I don't know what they could be talking to me about, but we'll see.
Chelsea.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm terrified.
I don't like the direction that you're going as a veteran.
Yes, ma'am.
And I think we tried to express that in some of the dance notes, and then we had discussions Friday, and I didn't like your reaction.
The fatties are still on the team.
My fear is that you're toxic in the locker room, or that outbursts just send the wrong message that we want sent to rookies and veterans.
I just need you to know that that is not me. From the bottom of my heart, I did not mean that. I was completely blindsided, and my friends were crying, and I was upset, and all I want to do is be a good veteran and be a good example, and I can't even begin to tell you how much this means to me, how much this organization has completely changed my life in just a year. So I'm absolutely, completely sorry, and I wanted to tell you that face to face.
I appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
The decision we've made is to release you from this training camp.
I can't have one more chance.
The decision's final. And you will have the choice to see how you handle that. You can be noble and mature about it and take more dance classes and get yourself in tip-top shape and come back to auditions, or you can react like you did in the locker room a couple nights ago.
This is devastating. I have no one to blame. But I am absolutely devastated. Well, thank you all very much.
We're sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, I was just cut from training camp. I'm not a cheerleader anymore. I do wish they would give me another shot. This is my whole entire life. I built my life around being here, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know if I'll come back. This is a really hard process, and I don't know. I don't know if I'll come back. Yeah, I got cut. This isn't a joke. I actually did.
Morgan, your report time was 4:30. You arrived at 5:11.
Yes, ma'am. I was stuck in really bad traffic. I left an hour in advance to be here at 4:30.
Being late is one of the DCC unwritten rules. You just don't do it. You always arrive 30 minutes ahead of time. We never arrive late.
You almost missed your interview.
Morgan's being late to the interview certainly doesn't help her. She's got to come out fierce tomorrow.
We have 85 total finalists, and that is made up of 30 returning veterans, and we have 55 new training camp candidates.
This whole year has been just an incredible experience, and I would hate to lose it and not be able to come back. So you really have to fight for your spot coming in as a veteran.
Number 65, Morgan.
I couldn't pick her out. I couldn't pick out the veteran.
She's a great spirit. She's a locker room favorite.
There's going to be some veterans that their job is on the line, and I just don't have the strength to make those decisions by myself.
Number 62, Courtney. I thought she blended in the group. There was nothing that made her stand out.
I think she's cute. I just think today she looked average.
The veterans get a larger part of the debate than I thought they would. I honestly thought that it would just be a yes, pass them on, yes, they had a good year. But it's well-deserved. I mean, do they need to be brought back? Do they not?
Number 83, Alex. How do you think she looked, Jay?
She was kind of thick.
We cannot go into training camp talking to her about her weight, so you've got to like the way she looks today.
There's no way. There's no way.
It's the most stressful part, I guess. Now it's just the waiting game and hoping that your name gets called at the end of the day.
It's very hard to cut a veteran. It's heartbreaking. It's final. Morgan, Alex, and Courtney were hard realities to accept.
It's hard to know that you don't get to do it again, but I'm proud of what I accomplished. And I mean, how many girls get to say that they get to live out their dream, even if it was only for a year?
This whole week's been very stressful, and well, the whole month really. It can't be it. I mean, I'm still in shock.
There's more life to live, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Hannah, why are you in the second line? Move up.
I mean, I think you just ran out of gas. All 3 times on your double pirouette, you're falling off of it, so I don't know what's happening there. That was just a one weird little thing that you shouldn't be doing.
Hannah's out of shape. It shows in the waist and hip area, and it's very frustrating for me.
Okay, here's who I need to see in my office. Megan, Hannah, Brittany, Courtney, Paige, and Veronica. And everybody else is dismissed.
Hannah?
Going into the office tonight, I don't really know what to expect.
Come on in.
I worked really hard tonight and hope that was enough.
Tonight, we're all watching everybody, and you've been on the radar. Bottom line is, and you don't fit your uniform anymore.
Okay. Is there a time frame? Like, as an ambassador for this organization too, I want to do it in a healthy way, in a way that's smart and gonna last long term, but I know that doesn't always create instant results.
You just look out of shape.
Okay.
So to answer a question, I'm sorry, there is no time. It's too visible, and tonight's gonna be your last night. I don't think we need to drag it out anymore.
I think I'm in a bit of shock right now. Okay. Thank you.
Good night.
We've got to make these decisions at auditions from now on. It's too hard on us and them. No more maybes for veterans. It's a yes or a no.
Didn't necessarily see this coming. It's okay. It's fine. Happens. It's supposed to happen. It's fine. I think I'm still in shock, and I'm sure I'll wake up tomorrow with plenty of things that I wish I would have said. But my journey sort of has ended, and no one can take away my memories and the experiences that I've had, even if they were cut off shorter than I planned. You know, you just have to move forward.
I'm coming to fight for my spot back. Now I know exactly how it feels to be on the team, and it would be even worse to lose it now because it's been an amazing experience.
What the hell is this? We were really disappointed in a few veterans. They should stand out, and for some of them, they didn't bring it today.
Jasmine danced and stumbled much like she did her rookie year. Breland's costume isn't doing her any favors. It's making her look heavy. She doesn't look really fat, but she doesn't fatter.
On one of my tricks, I was almost going to kick the girls because they were so close, so I had to shorten it. But luckily, I didn't touch down. It was just a little unsteady, like.
Ashley Pro, does she realize she's on the bubble at risk?
I'm a little nervous for the veterans. We have a lot to lose. All my best friends are on this team. I mean, my life here. Hopefully the judges will see, like, you know, every girl that was on the team last year still deserves their spot back.
Wow. Jasmine is off. Fell out of her turn, a whole count off. Ashley's struggling.
I'm sorry, my mouth's just hanging open. She's the worst one here, and that's what's sad.
And Judy, look at Breland. She looks heavy. She looks like she's gotten out of shape a little bit.
Oh, Breland. Ugh. I can't imagine why a girl comes in to this tryout not in the best possible shape that they can be in. It breaks my heart.
Jasmine?
She was bad. That was bad.
I know she's a good cheerleader. I know she can do it. That's why I voted for her, because I didn't want to wake up in the middle of the night and go, God, I voted against a veteran, and now I feel sick because she didn't make it.
And then you have the vets that seem every year to have, you know, you got to have a conversation about a few, and it's not fun. You kind of just want to shrink in your seat and not really address it.
Number 33, Ashley.
I thought her solo performance was pretty good, and then on the screen, I thought she just didn't come off. Looked out of shape.
Am I wrong? Didn't she get a little lost on the combo?
Yes.
And when I saw that, I'm like, oh my God, a veteran cannot get lost on the combo.
She was really cute this morning. She has a great smile.
I was distracted by the weight gain, and she was a struggle in training camp. Melissa knows this. She was one that Melissa worked with hard.
I liked her in the solo. It was literally the field.
Yeah. I feel like she knew that she didn't look her best today, and so she didn't perform her best.
Y'all are going to fight for this one a little bit.
I know how hard that girl fought to make this team, and it breaks my heart to see her have a bad day on today of all days.
I marked her down on the screen. But, I mean, I know what she's looked like in the past. I think she can get there again.
Yeah. I think it would be a shame if she didn't make it to training camp. If I don't hear my name called today, I'll be sad. The thought of it is scary.
I do have a lot to lose here today. You never know if you're going to make it back on the squad the next year. It's kind of scary knowing that you had it all and you can come in here and lose it all.
It is a nerve-wracking experience. I think I did all I could do to keep my spot in this team, and I'm hoping that the judges saw that, you know, I still belong here.
Our last training camp candidate. Welcome to training camp.
Number 29, Madeline. Ladies, may we present our 2015 training camp. Congratulations and good night.
I would rather not ever have to cut a veteran and just let them end their career when they want to, emotionally. But that's never the case. This audition process is designed to promote excellence.
I'm just super upset because I had it all last year and now I don't really have anything. So I kind of have to pick up the pieces and find out where God wants me to go.
I'm really upset. There was a couple of us veterans cut. It's depressing. I don't really understand.
It's not the same without her. We came here together and I can hardly talk about it.
Going into my third year, there's a lot more expectations, but I think they're going to be excited for what they see this year. I've grown a lot. Being Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders means the world to me. This organization is amazing. When we go visit children's hospitals and nursing homes, those are my favorite things to do. I mean, I really wanted that, obviously.
Vets did really great tonight, and I think the veterans are really going to come out on top.
I think Kat is on the bubble, and I don't think she did herself any favors in this interview.
Everything's at stake for me today, and so I'm ready to go in there and earn back my uniform.
Kayla Solo, I felt a heaviness, a physical heaviness and just a heaviness in dance. I could see the effort in her. Kayla definitely has some strikes against her.
I thought she was powerful, but maybe not today. Kayla's a little soft. I mean, you can just see it.
Kayla, she's gained weight. I was hoping she would come with her best, but if all the judges love her, then she deserves to be considered for this team. Kayla, how many no's? Based on weight, figure.
I like her. I do. I know what the issue is, but everything else is just fine.
Kat?
Mine was totally interview related, and I think she was very disinterested. Yeah. And I figure if you can't be interested in talking to us, you're probably not going to be interested in talking to others.
I don't think she's disinterested.
Nervous?
Was it like an intimidation?
Well, nervous after she chewed her up and spit her out.
I'm not sure if your choice of dress today is appropriate for an interview.
I guess I wouldn't make that choice again.
I'm surprised and disappointed to hear that. I put no-brainer. I mean, I'm shocked.
I think it's a misunderstood energy she's given off.
I'm sitting in my chair and I'm just terrified because, Kelly's going through the list and my name hasn't been called yet. And it's pretty scary.
And finally, our last invitation into this season's training camp. Welcome to training camp. After 5 years of trying, number 66, Amy from Rockford, Illinois. Congratulations, ladies.
It's really hard to cut a veteran. You've become invested in them. We've spent every night for a year together. They become like part of your family, so it's really hard to say goodbye.
Right now, I feel like they're gonna call me tomorrow and say that they made a mistake. I'm in shock right now.
I probably wasn't as prepared as I could have been this year, and that's my fault. I'm disappointed in myself. That's the hardest part. Let myself down. Let Kelli and Judy down. I
I am in her corner because I've seen her interact with people on appearances and community events. Great ambassador.
I don't think it's fair, though. If a girl that we never know showed up like that, she wouldn't make it.
It's not about the weight gain, it's about the performance.
Figure aside, her solo wasn't the strongest of a vet at all.
There's approximately 45 young ladies who are going to get the opportunity. Is she in that 45 today?
Well, let's see. Let's see how it maps out.
I feel good going into announcements. I feel like I brought my best foot forward today. I felt like I showed the judges that I will be a strong vet. So I just hope that they think the same thing.
I'm really fighting for a spot back on this team, and I did a little prayer and I gave everything I could. So I just hope that it was all enough.
It's hard to cut a veteran because now we have relationships established and we've worked together as a team and have bonded as a result of that. It's also a part of our responsibility to be quality control for this team and pick the best individuals that we think will form our team.
Thank you for always supporting me and loving me. I love you more than you'll ever know. Not the news I was looking for, but I love the Cowboys organization. I love those girls. I love Kelli and Judy and Charlotte. They're amazing people, and I was honored to be on it for 2 years.
I didn't get called back, but I kind of left my heart out there. So I would just, of course, want an explanation what exactly went wrong this year, and I wish they could have told me.
Kara didn't make it back because she was late to our hospital visit appearances, and punctuality and professionalism are more important for veteran consideration. This has been really hard on me and Judy to make these final 4 cuts. You know, we go home, we're thinking about it, I wake up thinking about it. It's just constant and continuous and consuming. So I've asked Jennifer, one of our assistant choreographers, for her opinion.
Is there anybody, your guest choreographers, like, they're all saying, like, I don't know about her, I don't know about her, I don't know about her?
Tara.
Okay. I just think she's lost some of her edge from last year.
She has.
Last year she was so dynamic and powerful.
How do you weigh in on releasing a veteran in training camp? What's your opinion of that?
I hate it. I understand it.
I've come to this conclusion everybody has. I just don't want to say it.
Is it this hard every summer?
No.
No.
Okay. Rehearsal was great. We saw a lot of great things. That doesn't change the fact that we're still making decisions. So, I need to see in my office Tara, if you will stay, and everybody else we will see tomorrow. Okay? Okay, good night.
I was a little surprised to hear my name tonight, but I know that they've had their eyes on me and they've kind of been watching my progress throughout the season. I'm eager to get in there and check in with them.
Tara?
Of course, anytime you go into the office, it can be kind of scary, but I do feel like I've turned a new leaf and I've dialed up the energy a lot tonight.
Want to make this conversation as honest as we can. We're at the point where we are forced to make final 36 roster decisions. For some reason, you're not giving us your A game. I feel like you're kind of in a slump, and I say that respectfully because I want to help you understand how we came to this. I'm sorry, but this is going to be your last night. I know it's hard to hear. It's a tough decision for us.
I don't really know what to say at this point.
I understand.
Because I've gotten positive feedback that I was making improvement, so I'm not really sure what's changed.
We're not getting the same performance signals as we did last year. That's it.
I don't want to let you off so easy with a decision that would crush me and that y'all might also regret.
I appreciate that. I do. But we've made the decision, and the decision's final.
I'm sure there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, come back
tomorrow. It's heartbreaking. Thank you. Necessarily expect to be cut, but it's a very strong group.
This is the most difficult training camp I've ever experienced.
I am not going to miss them because I'm going to come to a game and I will watch them cheer and dance, and I will be so proud of each and every one of them. I love you all so much. Thank you.
Tonight was extra hard because we released Tara, and she's a veteran, and we rarely release veterans in training camp. I'd like to see Tara come back to auditions next year, stronger, certainly, than this training camp, and even stronger than her rookie year.